What, you thought this wasn't going to happen? So I follow Gail Simone on Twitter because she's awesome and I fucking love her. But then a couple of days ago, she goes out and tweets this. And me, soon after seeing this, I was all like, oh, so you want to fight? Okay. Now, what this tweet is implying is that Jason Todd, aka the Red Hood, is the DC equivalent of Bucky Barnes, aka the Winter Soldier, and I get it. There are a lot of characters on both DC and Marvel's side that can easily be comparable to each other. Green Arrow and Hawkeye, The Flash and Quicksilver, Aquaman and Namor's bitch ass. And while I will admit that saying Red Hood is Winter Soldier's DC equivalent is a fair observation, the tweet got me thinking about which character do I enjoy more? And in order for me to honestly answer that question, I have to take into consideration the mediums in which I was introduced to said characters. I was initially introduced to Bucky Barnes in the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes animated series, but he left more of an impact on me in the Captain America movies. But that's not saying a lot, because after he was introduced in the Winter Soldier, he was immediately hit with that good guy debuff when Civil War started. You know, until somebody decides to read a list of their weekend chores that they have to do around the house in front of him. Because I swear, in Captain America 2, this motherfucker was doing all types of Green Ranger ass shit. Like, if he was still Hydra during the Hulk and Iron Man fight during the events of Age of Ultron, he would have found a way to get inside the Hulkbuster armor while Tony was still inside just to pull his bitch ass out. But where was all that shit when he was fighting Black Panther? Where was all that shit when he was fighting Spider-Man? Why you only sweet when you a villain though? And let's not forget about the fact that every time Bucky is threatened with either jail time or revenge for his past crimes, that Steve Rogers immediately becomes that one mom that thinks that their child can do no wrong. Captain Rogers, this is serious. Little Bucky is out of control. Oh, he just doesn't know his own strength. I was the same way when I was his age. He broke the arm of one of his fellow classmates in 50 places with a rolled up newspaper. Okay, well that's slander and I recorded it, so you'll be hearing from my lawyer. Meanwhile, Jason Todd is just that deal. He doesn't have to deal with that Manchurian Candidate / memory loss shit so that others can excuse his behavior. In the comics, he was able to keep his badass perks when he made the switch from villain to anti-hero. Despite killing, using guns, and all the other shit that he does, Batman does not come to his defense every time he takes a fucking breath. He actually wants to kill the Joker. Now, I know this comparison isn't as fair as it should be because I'm only using the MCU Bucky Barnes as opposed to the 616 comic book universe Bucky Barnes. For all I know, I'll probably like the comic book version of Winter Soldier 10 times better than the MCU version of Winter Soldier. But even if the only media source that I had for Red Hood was the animated movie based on Under the Red Hood, I would probably still like Red Hood for the same exact reasons. But I digress, readers. Your homework assignment for the day. Write in the comments section below who your favorite is between Jason Todd and Bucky Barnes. Or if you don't like either, then write in the comments section below which Marvel or DC character you prefer over their competitor's doppelganger. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and every other Friday. But until then, this is Readus 101. Class dismissed.